legit question coming in
Yeah.
from Mr. G14 Classified concerning the enrollment of Destyn Hill.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is
Uh-oh.
good stuff here. This is always good. I think I've hit on every imaginable person that I've ever gotten any kind of scoopage from for this one, because whoever is able to get information that he has touched down in the 850, even the second that he drives into Leon County, that person is going to be praised, and you get all the clicks and all the chatter. But this is the week for it to be, if this is going to be the end all be all for Destyn Hill in Tallahassee. I've been informed that the staff feels confident. They felt confident a month ago, and that still has stayed the same, that he will be arriving in Tallahassee. I was told that he's been doing individual workouts. I've been told that they wanted to get him in to start doing workouts with the team. That's one thing that they wanted to get him in here early. This is about the last chance that you can get, though, because, those classes start, I believe, on the 20th for that last semester. And, there's still different kind of days there and what you can do with academics, but it seems like a lot of things that were holding Destyn Hill back there. Louisiana has now been lifted from about a month and a half ago. Some things changed there. And, I've been told, the lockers have been prepped and everything. So the expectation is to have Destyn Hill here. We've got, till Monday or Tuesday. If it's around Monday or Tuesday, we haven't heard anything, then it's definitely time to maybe go and call it quits on that. But I don't think any kind of outlet or person that covers the team is willing to say he's gonna be here. It's just all about what we've heard and what we can kind of relay there. But this has been a whirlwind of a recruitment. I can't remember. I don't think there's definitely not anything like it that we've ever kind of covered, because there's a ton of excitement about this player. I mean, this guy, if you look back at his film, that's Peter Warwick skill. That's Peter Warwick-esque type film that would be an instant playmaker for Florida State, and if he does intend coming in healthy, condition, is able to get under Coach Storms for a couple months and such, and learn the system too from Mike Norvell and Coach Atkins, what they want to do on offense. So it's definitely a waiting game, but there's FSU side has been positive, from sources, not only from me, but from other people too. It's continued to be a positive thing since about a month and a half ago, I'd say, after that spring game. There was definitely things changing, and Destyn Hill's camp that has made it to where Florida State feels a lot better.
And if Logan and I sound like dumb Miami fans getting hyped up about a youngster's future, it's because Destyn Hill is he is a playmaker. He is a game changer. If he is in that lineup and not even so much the Duquesne game, but against that LSU game, that Louisville game, that Wake Forest game, he is the kind of guy who can get Florida State probably at least another win or two. And then all of a sudden you're talking about a team that on paper could go 7-5, all of a sudden is an 8-4 team. If Florida State was able to, according to Logan, win 8 games in the regular season, as he's talked about the last couple of weeks, all of a sudden you're a 9-win team. He is a guy, Destyn Hill is good for at least a game or two, at least a win or two. So that's why this is absolutely crucial. Obviously the 20th is a national holiday this year, so maybe you have until Tuesday. So let's pray for June 21st.
So Jason, I'm going to push back on your 1-2 win projection to a certain extent. So it all depends on how much he gets into the flow of the offense and how much obviously he's utilized versus, when you're talking 1-2 wins, you're right. He could be. So I'm not saying you're wrong, because they could lose without him. They could lose 2, 3, or 4 point games that he would have made the difference from loss to win. But on average, being a baseball guy that you are, giving this an analogy to WAR, let's say wins above replacement, that's enormous in a 12-game season. 1-2 wins for one player.
I look at it this way. Florida State last season, we've talked about it, went 5-7, had 3 games where they lost by 3 points or less. Notre Dame, Jacksonville State, and Florida, they lost by 3 points in all of those games. So you look at it right there, you're 1 possession away in each one of those games you're 1 possession away from even one of those games. You're 1 Jarvis Brownlee stop away from beating Jacksonville State and actually being bowl eligible and ignoring that embarrassment of losing to an FCS team. So you look at put it into this season, let's say nothing changes, Florida State's still a 5-17 this season. Destyn Hill is the kind of guy who can get you at least one or two of those wins, and you're at least a bowl-eligible team, a 7-5 team. So if you look on paper this season, and all the projections say Florida State will finish 6-6, 7-5. Let's say best case scenario 7-5. If you're in another one or two of those losses, and those 5 losses are one possession losses, Hill could, once again, big asterisk by it, could be the guy to get you a win. So that's what I'm saying. He's the kind of guy who has that potential to get Florida State at least another win.
Yeah, he's definitely a skill guy. This is someone that there's a reason why FSU fans want him badly. I mean, this is 5-star talent type of caliber, and there's a reason why LSU was pushing extremely. They were giving everything they had there at the end to try to grab Destyn, and Florida State was able to hold in just because of their relationships and Mike Norvell and the recruiting that they did there to have Hill. And there was still some kind of worrisome that he wouldn't sign with Florida State there in the end, but ends up picking FSU, and that was definitely a big time celebration. Somehow that one now that was humongous on social media will end up being the biggest explosion we've seen maybe since Florida State beating maybe Miami then on the 4th and 14 might be about as big as it gets. And it's just crazy to think that's over a recruit. But, this is what Mike Norvell wants. This was going to be the guy for FSU on offense for the next 2-3 years. And we haven't seen him on campus yet. It could be happening within a week.